Hey everyone, this is Vera's 5-month update, and she's not with me right now, but I will certainly include some footage of her. And she is just adorable. We love her so much, and of course we love her so much because she's our daughter, but she is such a joy. She is really easygoing and happy almost all of the time. When she wakes up, she's all smiles when I go get her out of the bed, and during the day she is just in a really well mood, and also she even smiles to strangers, although that has gotten a little bit less frequent because she gets into that phase when people that she doesn't know are a little bit more scary. Victor and Vera are not at home right now. Daniel took them outside for a bus ride. He does that sometimes on Saturday with Victor. Victor loves to ride a bus, so that's usually a father and son activity for Saturday, but today he took both kids with him, so I would have a little bit of peace and quiet, and I'm enjoying it so much. The kids are amazing, but you know, I have them 24/7 almost, and a little bit of freedom is just very enjoyable. So yeah, an update about Vera. She is 5 months now, 5 months and a few days. And let's start with sleep. That's of course a very big thing when you have a baby, sleep, and she sleeps pretty well. I remember with Victor I was up a lot during the night because it was very difficult to get him to sleep again, but that's not the case with her. When she wakes up, she nurses for a little bit, not very long, and then she falls back to sleep, or she just sucks her thumb and then falls to sleep. So in that regard, it's been easy, and she wakes up during the nights at least, I'd say at least twice at the moment. There have been a few nights that she didn't wake up, but at the same time, sometimes I don't remember very well what happens during the night because she's in the bed with me, so I don't have to get very awake and get out of the bed and put on the lights, you know. So I guess when I nurse her, sometimes I'm still a little bit sleepy, and then the next day I can't remember how many times she woke up, but I think at the moment it's 2 times on average. So yeah, nothing to complain there, I guess, for her age, waking up twice, and the fact that she goes back to sleep very easily. That's something I can cope with very well. During the day her sleep has been a little bit more difficult, also because she is teething. She already has one tooth here on the front, on the bottom, and it's out a little bit, and it's really cute. I always think those first teeth, they look so cute. But now that her tooth is, you know, it popped out of the gum, I guess. So she is not in that much pain anymore, and yeah, I can tell she is feeling a little better. But yeah, her naps were all over the place. Sometimes she wouldn't nap at all during the morning and then took a very long nap in the afternoon. And sometimes she would just take small naps during the day. But she's also, yeah, during the evening she is up, like up until 9 or 10. That's new. Before she would go to bed relatively easy and earlier. But now she is up during the evenings as well. I don't know why, maybe still because of the teething. So every day is different, and I'm not the kind of mother that wants to force her into a routine. And you know, I'm fine with the way things are now because I don't have a really busy life. So it's very easy for me to go with whatever sleep schedule she has during a certain day. So that was everything when it comes to sleep. Now about food. I haven't started solids yet. I will start her on solids when she is 6 months. I read an article from the website mamanatural.com that she recommends that you wait at least 6 months before you start solids. And the article really made sense to me anyway, so That's what I'm going to do. That's what I also did with Victor. Now I do look forward to giving her solids because she gets more and more interested in foods, and I'm just really interested to see how she reacts to foods. Victor, he liked it, but he wasn't like really into it from the start, and I'm curious to see how that is with her. So she is still exclusively breastfed, and I'm also practicing with her to drink from a bottle. A few months ago, I think when she was 2 or 3 months, I practiced with her as well. But then I melted my bottles and breast pump. And you're probably wondering what you mean by melting, but I mean literally I melted it because I had boiled it in a pot, and then I drained the water away and I put it back on the stove. And then later that day, when I wanted to cook dinner, I accidentally turned on that stove, the fire on that part where the pot with the breast pump and the bottles was. So it melted. I still have very bad pregnancy brain. And yeah, so I didn't have a pump set anymore, and it took a while for me to get around to ordering a new one. But I do have a new breast pump now. It's a manual breast pump. It's really simple, but I like it very much. It's very effective, and well, it suits our needs. I don't have to pump very much, although you could pump a lot with it. But I started practicing with her, and for a bottle I bought the Medela feeding device, the Calma, and it's designed in a way that's a little bit more like drinking from their breast than a normal bottle, I guess you could say. And I thought maybe that would help. And the first time she did already manage to get some milk out of it. But after a while she got impatient, or she just didn't like it anymore. And then the next time she tried it for a while too, got a little bit of milk out of it, and I could tell that it went a little bit better, but the progress goes slowly. So I just have to practice some more with her. And yeah, I hope she takes to it very soon, because then I could just leave the house for a few hours. And it's not like I want to do that all the time, but just on occasion I would love to have the possibility, now that she's a little bit older, to be away if I want to. Or, you know, like now when my husband is outside with the 2 children, it would just feel a little bit better when he has a bottle with him, so if she gets hungry he can give her some milk. And he's not gone very far now, so he will just come home when she's hungry. But it would be really convenient if he could take a bottle with him. I am always amazed at how much a baby understands. For example, and this happens already when she was maybe 3 months old, when she was in the bed next to me and she would wake up during the night, and sometimes it would take a few moments for me to wake up as well. She would slam her arm to my chest like, wake up, or give me some milk. And at that point I thought, well, maybe it's just a coincidence that her arm lands on my boob. But then when she got a little older, you know, she can really grab things now. She grabs the edge of my shirt. So I really think even at 3 months she understood, you know, that's where I have to be for the milk. And she's really good at reaching and grabbing things now in general. And for example, when she has a little toy or something that she cannot play with for whatever reason, and I take it away from her, she gets upset and starts crying. And also when she, for example, is with my husband, or the other day my mother-in-law held her, she turned her body towards me and stretched out her arms like, Mom, please hold me. And that was just very touching, but also it amazes me every time at how much she is able to communicate without words and how much she understands. Now, like I said, she's really good at grabbing things, reaching for things, and I let her practice with that a lot in the playpen over there, but also sometimes on a little playmat on the floor. And Victor really loves to be in the playpen with her, except for when she tries to get his toys. He really doesn't want her to touch his toys. So I'm trying to learn him to share, but of course that's a little bit difficult for him still. But I can tell he's getting a little bit better at it, so we're making progress. And when Victor is with her in the playpen, she really enjoys herself. But when she's there on her own, she doesn't like it for really long. She prefers to be on the floor, on the playmat, and play with something there. She finds that way more interesting, especially when Victor is near. But I don't have them in the playpen all the time because I have to be there and watch them, of course. So if I want to do something else, I will put Vera over there, and Victor would be playing on the couch, for example. Now, because she is so interested in everything that happens around her, interested in what Victor does, she gets easily distracted when I nurse her. That's sometimes a little challenging. If I'm sitting on the couch nursing her and Victor is playing on the couch as well, sitting next to us, she really wants to look at him and see what he's doing. So unless she's really hungry, then she will nurse. But sometimes I have to go lay in the bed with her, so she has no distractions. I try to give her lots of tummy time, and her neck is really strong now. She can be on her tummy for quite a bit. And for a while she didn't remember anymore how to roll from your belly to your back. So after a while she would get tired, and her head would go down, and she didn't rest it on her cheek, which would have helped. Then she could rest her neck. And she also didn't know how to turn. So then she would start crying and I had to help her. But now she rests her head on her cheek when she gets too tired holding her head up. So that's been a little improvement. And she can turn both ways, from belly to back and from back to belly. But she only turns from her back to her belly at the moment, but she can do it both, but I don't know why she doesn't do it the other way around anymore. Vera is quite chubby and heavy, and she weighs more than 8 kilos. It's been a while that we weighed her, but the last time she weighed a little over 8 kilos. And she has a checkup upcoming week again. And so far the doctor is always really pleased and content with the way she develops, so that makes me really happy and proud, of course. She does love bath time. I give her a bath twice a week, and she doesn't want to be on her back anymore on the water. She wants to be on her hands and knees and to look around when she's in the bath. And she is really moving a lot, so the entire kitchen, everything gets wet when she's in the bath. But it's really cute. So she just enjoys it a lot, being in the water, and I've been thinking about going to the pool with her, but at the same time I'm always a little bit afraid of all the germs that are in pools. I don't want her to get sick, of course, but maybe that would be a fun activity to, you know, for the 4 of us. Victor loves the water as well, but the last time we were there he was a little bit scared, so I think it would be good also for him to stay used to being in the pool. But yeah, I have to discuss that with Daniel. Okay, I'm going to wrap up the video. My husband is still out with the kids, so maybe I can do a few things in the house that would be nice before they get back. There's a lot of laundry because Victor was sick this week. He kept throwing up. He threw up at least 5 times. And of course, every time he threw up on the... Sorry, my battery is exhausted, but you get the picture. He threw up everywhere. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.